opponent can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Canes will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Whitaker. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Gideon. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, a little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
To the air, it's Gideon. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Yeah, and a really good job by the QB understanding it. Seeing the running back, waiting for him to break. He runs the angle route, breaks inside, throws it right in front of him. Nice touch by the QB, Palmer.
Yeah, it's really important to have that touch too, David, because you got to remember, these running backs, yeah, they've got good hands, but they're not stud wide receivers, so the location of the throw has to be good. And also, you got to put a little bit of touch on it, make it easy for him. If you make it easy, he'll make the catch and get you the first down.
Looking to throw again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Levis. Got his man on the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the...
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. He's looking to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the back. Using his legs. It's Addison. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Farley. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Direct snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Gideon. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at 35.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. Jumped on top of the pile.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to a playmaker in open space.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Fires to the middle. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. Final play of the quarter coming. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Gideon. Rushes on him. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Canes. The defense takes matters into its own hands. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Whitaker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Gideon. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, what a cut! Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. LSU right back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They've got the screen set up. Turns it on in midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Powers through the defender. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down.
29 Philly, 2-9
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a man. It's Levis. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on.
Wide open on the right. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Not a chance. Missed it. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Back to throw. It's Gideon. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man in the middle. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Nice throw, nice catch. You know, I like when you work that slot and you throw that slant to him. It's an easier throw than throwing to a guy way out wide. A lot of times I find that matchup I want in the slot and I go attack him.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Levis. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a pass.
Turning on the Jets. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Fires it incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Trying to take it back. The 40. The 20, 10, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Direct snap. Got room to work. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Levis. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Georgia is currently up big at this moment, so much so they're on the verge of getting UGA the rest of the day off. They're up by 21 over Ohio State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll send the back in motion. Give to the running back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield, it's Cooks. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail, now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David. Breaks into the open. Inside the 40. At the 30. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front 7 even get a finger on that guy.
A 1st down run in the red zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. LSU quick to the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
Green 25.
Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Wants to throw. It's Levis. Quick completion on the out route. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything, and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Cooks. He'll take the deep shot. Hauls it in down the sideline. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
The give on the inside. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air, it's Cooks. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A lot of times it's hard to see those linebackers coming down late and blitzing through a gap. The offense did a really nice job getting a hat on a hat, blocking up front so the running back could get some positive yards.
They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he's brought down after a nice gain. LSU right back to the line.
This has been a frustrating day. They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put...
Turning it on! A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here.
Here we go.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the ready. Pound 55 weeks.
Now on the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 40. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
All right, moving forward, this defense, they better be very aware when this quarterback decides to keep the football. That's a good decision by him, but now defensively, you not only have to worry about the running back, you got to worry about this quarterback getting to the perimeter and hurting you with the speed.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Canes are threatening in the red zone.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add that.
The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Give to the back. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Marches ahead. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity? After that last drive.
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Gideon. Flips it out in the flat. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Jackrabbit.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the...
Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Snap it to the back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The inside handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air. It's Gideon. They're working that left side. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's taking a deep shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Here's a heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason.
Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit, where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly